May limang dahilan kung bakit natin kailangang mag-invest. Una diyan ay ang tinatawag nating wealth creation. Wala naman tayong nakitang naging asinsadong tao or naging wealthy ang tawag natin without investing, maaaring sa business, property, and any other financial products. Parang kasama yata yan ng pag-asenso ng tao, di ba? Yung pag-i-invest. Pangalawa dyan is yung benefit of compounding. You invest and let the interest income or dividends compound, di ba, in the long term. And the benefits of that is big, especially if you keep that products. Another reason dyan kung bakit tayo mag-invest is to beat the inflation. So imagine, di ba, kung ang pera natin is itago mo lang sa ilalim ng unan mo, di ba? So keep that for 10 years. Iba na ang purchasing power ng pera na yan, no? Kasi kakainin yan ng inflation. Pang-apat is part ng savings natin for retirement. Kung mag-retire na tayo, walang tayong trabaho, and then hindi tayo nakapag-invest, paano tayo mag-i-enjoy, di ba, during our later part ng buhay natin, di ba? Kailangan, di ba, pag tumanda tayo, walang tayong trabaho, ang daming pwedeng gawin. And then if you don't have money, ma-stress ka sa buhay, di ba? Especially kung nakikita mo yung iba, mga kaibigan, mga kaopisina na ang daming ginagawa pero hindi mo magawa dahil wala kang invest, no? And then panglima dyan, of course, is we invest for a better returns, di ba? Instead of putting that in cash again, no? Kasi in the long term kasi, growth assets, no? Like shares, property, in the very, very long term will always beat cash, no? Yun. So, yan ang limang dahilan sa tingin ko na kailangan natin mag-invest. Kung meron tayong, of course, extra pera sa pang-invest, ano? Ako, pera ng pamilya namin, no, ini-invest ko rin yung extra. Ang isang paborito ko niyang investment product is ang tinatawag nating exchange traded funds, no. I have an investment in property. I'm a big lover of property as well. Pero as part of my diversification, ang tawag natin diyan, no, nag-invest ako sa ETF or exchange traded funds. So ano itong ETF na to, Rome, ano? ETF is a type of a pooled investment security. Parang nag-operate siya similar to mutual fund. Kung hindi ako magiging technical, isipin natin na sa isang plato, kumakain ka ng fruit salad, isang plato siya, pero ang daming prutas doon sa kinakain mo, di ba? Parang ganun ang ETF, isang fund siya, pero ang daming kumpanya sa loob niyan. Or isipin natin yung basket of fruits, no? Isang basket siya. Ang dami-daming prutas na iba-iba. So that's an exchange traded funds, no? Ang daming nagsasabi, I'm a big lover of exchange traded funds. As a financial advisor and accountant, hindi yan nawawala sa strategy ko sa akin mismo at sa mga kliyente ko, ano? Bakit part lagi siya ng strategy ko, ano? Because of diversification, di ba? Yung isang fund na yon, maaaring 1,000 kumpanya ang nandun eh. And then if you put 1,000 in that fund, parang $1 ka lang bawat company. Kung nalugi yung isang kumpanya, mayroon pang 999. So that's highly diversified investment, no? Yun yung kagandahan diyan sa exchange traded funds niyan. Another one is very, very cost efficient. Ang management fee niyan is ang baba. Trading fee as well is mababa siya. Imagine mo, nakabili ka ng 1,000 kumpanya sa isang trade lang, di ba? No, sa isang purchase lang. So I'll share the products mamaya, ano, kung ano yung mga ETF or anong mga funds na kung saan ako mismo nag-i-invest, ano, ako mismo nag-i-invest. Pangatlong dahilan bakit gustong-gusto ko ito is very, very transparent, no? Gustong-gusto natin as investor, 'di ba? Alam natin kung saan napupunta yung pera natin, 'di ba? Hindi yung parang nilagay ko lang sa fund. ETF, actually, if you buy that fund, alam mo kung anong kumpanya yung nandun. So, ulitin ko, tatlong rason bakit I'm a big fan, a big lover of exchange traded funds, ano. Number 1 is diversification. It's very cost efficient. And number 3 is very, very transparent. Ngayon, ano yung mga ETF or exchange traded funds na nilalagay ko mismo yung pera ng sariling pamilya ko. Before that, ako si Rom, a licensed financial advisor and accountant. Before mentioning that fund, magkaroon lang tayo ng kunting disclaimer dito. Please consider this one not a financial advice, no? Although I'm a licensed financial advisor dito sa Australia, hindi ko kayo kilala, hindi ko alam ang personal circumstances ninyo, hindi ko alam yung risk appetite ninyo, ano. Sinishare ko lang sa inyo as part of your research and strategy. At like kong sinasabi, don't trust anyone with your money, and that's including a person in front of you na nakita mo lang sa social media or sa YouTube, di ba? At including me. I mean, nabanggit ko lang yung exchange traded funds para ma-research nyo, para ma-add nyo sa inyong portfolio, and before acting on it, no, bago kayo bumili man lang, kahit sabihin nyo na si Rom dyan bumibili, si Rom licensed financial advisor, dyan niya nilalagay yung pera niya. Before you act on this, no, get a financial advice or talk to the professionals. So, nagkakaintindihan tayo doon, ano? I-share ko kung saan mismo ako nag-invest. And I invested in almost start of the year, nag-invest ako rito eh. Parang dollar cost averaging. So, parang regardless of the market, sa start ng year is nag-invest ako. I'll put money in that fund. And i-share ko sa inyo yung return niyan, ano, yung 1 year return, how good is this product, no? So number 1 product kung saan ako nag-i-invest is yung Beta Shares, yung Nasdaq 100. NDQ ang kanyang ticker symbol niyan. Nasdaq 100 is a top 100 non-financial companies in the US, no? Sabi ko kanina, it's highly diversified, di ba? So, yung isang fund na yan, 100 na kumpanya yung nandyan sa US, no? US companies. Kasama dyan yung Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, Amazon. Actually, ito yung mga day-to-day na halos ginagamit na natin. Eh. And I want to be part owner of that company, itong Nasdaq 100 na ito. And in 1 year, this product gives me a return of 51.31%. It's good, no? It's good. I've been investing in this company for years na, and for the last 5 years, it gives me like a 22.63 return. So parang kung consistent siya, parang every 5 years it will double your money, no? Or 4 to 5 years actually. So isip maging part ng investment strategy, no? And don't put all your money, pero try to consider Nasdaq 100. Yun ang ginagawa. That's the first product, no? So 1 year, it's 51.31% return, which is I'm very, very happy, you know. Pangalawa, ito yung tinatawag nating HACK, H-A-C-K, no? It's a cybersecurity fund. Around 32 companies that fight cybercrime. Halos sa US itong kumpanyang ito, di ba? Lahat, di ba, ngayon usong-uso itong cybercrime, di ba? And may mga kumpanya diyan na ginagawa nila is to fight against that crime, no? And it's very, very profitable company din. So, itong hack na ito, another product of Beta Shares, no? It's 32 na kumpanya ito in one fund, no? And in 1 year, it gives me a return of 47.65%. Sinong ayaw yung ganong investment, di ba, na nagbibigay sa iyo ng 47.65% return in just 1 year. And for the last 5 years investing in this product, halos 19.5% ang return nitong hack na ito eh. Pangatlo, yung quality, QLTY, another product of Beta Shares, no? Composed of 150 global companies outside Australia. So imagine mo yung pera mo, di ba? Kung may 1,000 ka, ilalagay mo dito, hati-hati yun sa 150 na companies na hindi sa Australia, ano, sa global company. Ang ganda ng return nito in 1 year. So kung nag-invest ka last year, ang return nito this year is around 33.37%. And for the last 5 years na nag-invest ako dito sa product, gave me a return of 15.8% din. So kung nasa savings deposit ang pera mo, ang bilis ma-beat nitong mga products na ito, ano. Pang-apat, another product of Beta Shares, itong ethical investment, no. ATHI ang kanyang ticker symbol. Ito yung mga climate leaders, no. Ito yung mga kumpanya na hindi gumagamit ng mga fossil fuels, yung mga ethical investing ang ginagawa ng kumpanyang ito, ano. It is composed of around 203 ethical or responsible companies Nag-invest ako last year, ang return niya is around 28%. I'm the owner of this fund for the last 5 years. Ang return nito on average every year is around 18.96%. Ang pangliba dyan is yung Vanguard. VGS ang kanyang ticker symbol, no? Ito yung pinaka-paborito kong ETF. Alam niyo ng mga kliyente ko dito sa Australia, no? At alam nila na before I recommend it to them, ako mismo is naglalagay ng pera dito. This is my all-time favorite, VGS. It's around 1,500 companies ito eh. So it's highly diversified talaga. 1,500 companies from the 22 developed countries. Diba? For 1 year, ang return nito is 25.16% for the last 5 years investing in this product. Nagbigay sa akin ng around 13%, 13.75% return. Mas mababa ang return nito, no? Kasi diversified siya. Ang risk niya mas mababa as compared to other products like HAP, no? Nabanggit po kanina, 32 companies lang siya. Ito 1,500 companies kung saan nadi-divide yung pera niyo. So yun ang 5 ETF kung saan ako mismo nag-invest. Maaaring may natutunan kayo rito as part of your investment strategy, o baka meron kayong mga alam din na investment products na kung saan kayo nag-i-invest, ano. I-research niyo ito, ano. Talk to the professionals and then try to compare it sa ginagawa ninyong investment. Importante, nag-i-invest tayo kahit konti, ano. And bakit gusto ko rin itong product na ito, no? Kasi pwede ka mag-umpisa kahit na konti lang yung pera mo, ano. Unlike buying a property, you need like in Melbourne, no, average is around 800,000. Kailangan mong may deposit ka na around 10-20%. So ibig sabihin kailangan mong meron kang close to 100,000 bago mag-umpisa mag-invest in property. Ito is meron kang $500. 10 years ago, no, nag-umpisa ako mag-invest sa stock market ng $500 lang sa umpisa. And then pwede ka nang mag-start eh. Hindi mo kailangan magkaroon ng hundreds of thousands before start investing, ano. And again, itong product na na-mention ko is kung saan ko mismo nilalagay ang pera ng pamilya ko, ano. This is not a financial advice sa inyo. Don't trust anyone with your money. Research, no. Kung may tutunan ka, like and subscribe, and then next week I release a video again patungkol sa pera. Bye.